Life's a gamble, take a chance. In the twilight of fortune's dance.
Creepy Labubu collectibles, Jersey Shore call signs, and the hype and failures of AI. Plus the chaos of F1 racing on the strip. All in this episode of Sin City Spin.
Host with voices rich and cool. Share the secrets, break the rules. Martini wisdom flows like gold. Every episode a story told.
Yeah, start that over. That I will edit right the fuck out. A lot I'll put up with.
Pause for the editor. Greetings and welcome to fabulous Las Vegas. I'm the reason you can get GPS almost anywhere. I'm Jason Slider Leduc. He's the reason you can't touch the dancers, but he's also the reason they can touch you. He is our good friend, Drew Masur. And last but not least, or maybe least, he's the reason the gene pool needs a lifeguard. Let's welcome Christian Mental Ward.
What's going on, guys?
I don't know. Who wants to start today?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't want to jump right into my topic, but I am a little sad.
I'll say, did you want to talk about the scale to start thing yesterday? You know, I met a state senatorial candidate. That was a lot of fun. He's exactly who I would vote for.
Yeah, he's exactly who a lot of people would have voted for, except the governor. The governor put his thumb on the scale for the primary, which he did to our other friend who is also a state Senate candidate in a different, actually this district right here that we are sitting in right now. So, Scared to Scale. Yeah, we had another tech mixer event in town. It was great. It was, it wasn't as well attended as the others. It was a little hot yesterday here.
It was.
It's been hot all week.
And it was, yesterday was humid. I think it was almost 10% humidity, which just put an extra sting into it. And I know right now all our friends on the East Coast are going, 10%. Yeah, look, it rains here and doesn't get above 50%. But
yeah. Also, why do you live back east?
Yeah, dumbass.
I mean, unless you were a Boston Red Sox, there is absolutely no reason to live back east.
Yeah.
So, well, I'll start, but I don't really have a topic. Do you want to start?
I want to know why Drew is sad.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they're going to close Alligator Alcatraz. Not because of anything terrible happening to all the people there, but because the people there are ruining the environment. So
meanwhile, Steve.
So it's like turtles and birds are why we're going to.
Actually, let's be technically accurate. They may or may not be ruining in the environment, but a proper environmental assessment wasn't done before they built the place.
That's what it is.
So in the end, they will probably be allowed to ruin the environment all they want as long as they do the environmental assessment.
I feel like Steve, who just got done setting up all those tents down in Cuba and then got moved to Florida to set up all those tents,
Lance Corporal Steve.
Corporal Steve is really starting to question his career choice.
Yeah.
Because he's like, no respect. We love you, Steve.
So keep building tents.
Should we pour one out for Alligator Alley?
a little bit
for Alligator Alley.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, are you over it now? Or
I'm better. Thanks. Okay. That was just the pick me up I needed, guys. This podcast can cure anything.
All right. Thanks for watching. All right.
Those statements are not approved by the government.
Do you have anything else you're sad about today?
I do, but
by all means, go on.
No, what's your question?
What the hell is a Labubu, and why are people stealing thousands of dollars of them from trucks?
I think they're dolls.
I saw one. It was glued to the bottom of a shot glass in one of my group texts with somebody, and that was also the exact same question of what the hell is this and why is it in my shot glass?
Like I still don't quite understand the concept. I've seen pictures of they're ugly as F.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
they're quite.
I don't quite understand the appeal.
I mean, like Garbage Patch Kids.
All right, but just say if you know what Labubu is, please in the comments tell us, because we are sounding
here's
so
the thing. I'm not going to
middle-aged.
Google it because I don't want the algorithm popping up with.
I fully understand. Like, you damn kids with your Labubus and your alligator rallies and your Justin Biebers, your fake Justin Biebers in Las Vegas nightclubs.
The Gen Z stare.
You know what we used to say about people. I don't think we're allowed to say it anymore, but
no, because it's disparaging to those people.
Yeah,
and they have enough challenges.
I mean, if you caught someone like at a Starbucks working behind the counter and they were staring like that. Back in our day, you were fully within your eyes. Yo, hey, focus here.
Unless
My eyes are up here.
Unless it was the infamous 1,000-yard stare.
Oh, no,
then you cleared. Then you gave that person room.
Yeah, but their mouth wasn't hanging agape for the
you were
1,000-yard stare.
allowed to do that. You just, you did that at your own risk.
Now, my go-to was, hey, buddy, you're catching flies and losing friends. I need you to pay attention.
Yeah. Eyes up here. My eyes are up here.
He has to say that a lot because he wears these very low-slung jeans, and they kind of like show the top of it. And then like it comes out a little bit, but you're not allowed to stare because that's sexist.
Remember in the 90s when the girls would wear like the jeans down around their hips, but they'd wear like the underwear?
Yes.
The whale tails.
I'm bringing that back. I'm bringing that back. But
I cannot wait to run into you at the gym and see your whale tail. I'm gonna grab a picture for Instagram for you.
Yep. It's going to be a thing.
It's got to be a thing.
Yeah, I don't know what those terrible, terrible, ugly dolls are. I know they're expensive as all get out. And people are stealing. Well, look, anything that's got value, people are going to steal. Dolls to diamonds.
There does come a point when it is cheaper to steal a thing than it is to buy the thing.
Dolls to diamonds.
Are there drugs in them?
Do you remember when, like, he said garbage pail kids, but Cabbage Patch dolls?
Yeah.
And these
I was 8 and I didn't get that back then.
No, but these
Beanie
women,
Babies.
these
Remember
women
those?
were beating the crap out of each other
Yeah.
and, Toys R Us to get those things. And
Beanie Babies, man. People
yeah.
died over Beanie Babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, you understand this is not an Xbox, right? all this thing will do is sit here
And
maybe,
be ugly.
and maybe leak beans all over your table.
We have stuff all over that just sits around looking
and you know what?
weird.
And you know how much we paid for it? Zero.
Zero.
I don't think we paid $1 for any of this.
But I will say that the Billy beer over Slider's right shoulder, it probably has some value. It's probably worth $1 or $2.
Yeah, I got that
It's
from
probably,
Russian.
probably priceless when it comes to taste.
My neighbor gave me my hard wooden cock over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiki was liberated from communist depression.
Did they
Yes,
feel like
exactly.
you were lacking? Neighbor kick slam.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to show the neighbor what's up. The blinds are going open, baby.
Maybe the neighbor already knows.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there was innuendo you missed.
No, say it's not true.
Okay, so no idea what Labubus are, why people want them.
And I'm
Just an ugly dog.
I know I'm late to this one, but
but also it. And again, tell us in the comments if you understand it, or even if you don't understand it, but you've got a better hold on it. Like, you've got like a younger sibling or a child who's into it, and try to explain to it. That's probably the better one. But I feel about Labubu the same way I feel about the entire cast of Jersey Shore. Everything I know about them, I learned against my will.
That's
be honest. You were tuning in.
so true.
You were tuning in week to week to find out what was up with the situation.
I have literally never watched more than 30 seconds of Jersey Shore, because as soon as I realize what it is, I change it. And then I found stuff on Talk Soup and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then when they did the new Beavis and Butthead, and Beavis and Butthead made fun of them, I watched that a lot because it was funny.
The new Beavis and Butthead is great, by the way.
Yes.
So I was deployed when the first season of Jersey Shore came out. And the girl I was seeing at the time and her sisters and everybody back home was like, you got to see this show. You got to see this show. And this was back in 2009, 2010. I don't know when the last time you guys were deployed. Were sometime between my first deployment and my second deployment. AFN got really smart. Armed Forces Network, for those of you who don't know. We have our own TV network.
Yeah.
Networks.
Well,
channels.
I say now because they have multiple channels.
Yeah.
But back in the day, it was one.
It was one, right. And so I think there were like 3 back in 2009. By the time I got back to Iraq in 2012, there were like 6. Mm-hmm. All that said, AFN got really smart, and they made a deal with all the networks of after it showed in the States, they could show it the next day on AFN.
Yeah.
So my first deployment, we were watching shows that were 4 years old. Yeah. Stuff that aired in 2000. Like
Who's the Boss?
Not quite that old. Not quite that old. Although Who's the Boss? If you remember the cast of Who's the Boss, tell us in the comments. So yeah, you're watching like episodes of How I Met Your Mother from the first season in 2005 in December of 2009, right? But so you weren't getting current TV other than news and the late night talk shows for some reason. They would show the very next day. So like, you got to see this, you got to see this. So I come back from my deployment and it's the week of the season finale of Jersey Shore. So they're showing a marathon. I'm like, this is awesome. I can catch up on every single episode during my R&R. I'll just watch them all from front to back. And I watched about 15 minutes. Like, I don't need any more of this. I got what I need. I don't need to watch any more.
I now know how to talk to the girl I'm seeing about this program.
I got all. Oh, and what's the other crazy thing was they were all completely over it by the time I got back. They're like, yeah, we're not watching that anymore.
I remember my one friend said, I want to just change my name to an adverb, you know, and we
all did.
We started calling him the process.
Yep. we all did. I was the adventure. What was one of my staff sergeants? He played along. I'm trying to remember what we all heard about this. We thought this was like this amazing show that everybody was loving. And then we found out the reality of it. But yeah, so we all had like Jersey Shore names, like Jersey Shore call signs.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to remember what everybody was, but I know I was the adventure.
Oh yeah. All right. I can see that.
The adventure in the process.
Somebody was the happening.
Yeah. I feel like, you know, I would be the devaluation.
No argument here. No argument here.
All right, so
yes.
you'd be the adventure. I'm the devaluation. What about you? What would you be? You know,
oh gosh,
the offense.
The offense.
I was going to say you'd be the mellow, but I like the offense better.
Yes.
So now all of you who love those thriller novels where you're like seeing stuff that's going on in an operations center somewhere and it's all like this never happened and I was never here.
He stepped onto the operations floor with a message bag full of that had seen more deployments than many people see in their entire career. The mirrored Ray-Bans that never left his face even when they were indoors. And as the klaxon went off, he was calm because he was the response.
Yep. So yeah, no, we're talking about Jersey Shore and making up stupid names and watching movies like Sex Drive.
Oh yes, and
which is a fantastic movie.
It really is. Seth Green as the Amish guy was just the best. But and even people who haven't seen that movie will just yell randomly Rumspringa.
Yeah.
But
why wouldn't you?
And every AOC, you are required to have either on a drive or in some medium a copy of Dr. Strangelove.
Preferably not authorized by copyright.
Oh yeah, old school.
That was the old rules. They probably aren't doing that anymore.
Yeah,
I would guess.
Fair enough. So
sorry, Kayaka guys, if we harshed your gig and now you're getting scrutiny. Sorry.
That was what happened. What happened was these guys on a podcast talked about it. Yep. Ruined everything.
Oh, and somebody, if you're at Al Yadid, tell me if the slider could do that. Stickers are still up on the bus stops.
They may have gotten hit by the missiles. I don't know. I don't
think anything got hit by the missiles.
No, nothing got hit by the missiles. You know, they wanted to scare them though. You know, yeah. And you know, when that klaxon went off and everyone was like, oh my God, this is real world. But I'm still going to stay in the open and risk getting hit by a missile than go into one of those concrete bunkers where everyone's been doing it for the last 8 years.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I did. Right?
It is just riddled with poor decisions.
I'm not doing that. Come get me. Like Lieutenant Dan on top of that bunk. My boss was alternately impressed and frightened.
So, Drew.
Yes.
What else are you sad about?
Uncharacteristically, you have notes.
I am sad about AI. Is AI all it's cracked up to be? Because here's what's been going on. And
because I burned a lot of Slider's credits using AI because it's something he told me about. Don't be afraid to yell at AI when they get it wrong.
You guys actually use it. Yeah. But in the last couple of months, we've had Sam Altman, who's the CEO of OpenAI, the makers of ChatGPT, saying that AI is in a bubble. And MIT studies come out and said that about 95% of agents are failing to do what they're, You've got CEOs mandating the use of AI to their employees. And let's face it, if it makes your life easier as an employee, do you got to be told you have to use it?
In fact, I would say if a CEO mandates the use of anything, that is an absolute guarantee right there that it will not make your life easier.
You've had Gemini go self-deprecating. We've had Gronk go mecha whatevers. And Spicy Gronk, without prompting, just poops out pictures of Taylor Swift without her top
So
on.
first, I just need to say Grok.
Grok.
Grok is a large language model AI.
Yes.
Gronk.
Oh,
is a
yeah.
kick-ass football player who used
You're
to play
right.
for the New England Patriots.
You're right. I like Gronk.
And let's not get them confused.
Fair enough. Grok. ChatGPT 5.0 came out. Boo. Everybody was like, no, bring back 4.
I have yet to use 5, but I'm not hearing great things about it.
Major medical study. AI was out there leading the way, and then it started making up body parts. I mean,
Wait a minute.
Is this just a glorified assistant? You guys use it more.
Who saw this coming? Oh, wait a minute. We did. We saw this coming. And right here, I'm going to link that episode in Poopification there. Because we saw this coming. And I am the dumbest person in every room I walk into,
You are not.
including when I'm in there by myself. So, and I saw this coming. So.
I'm going to throw a little water in this, cold or otherwise, right?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, AI is just a tool. I use it for a lot of stuff. You use it for a lot of stuff. You have nothing to do, so who cares?
So you're just looking for topless Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just going spicy
like
Grok.
you don't. When somebody sticks a screwdriver in an electrical outlet and gets a result they weren't looking for, you don't blame the screwdriver, right?
Nope. You laugh.
Now, what you may do, as in the case of like these new models, seem to have taken a step backwards. Again, I haven't used 5 yet for anything challenging where I would notice a difference in performance yet. Although I did use it a little bit today, but it was working fine for what I wanted it to do.
Apparently, it's not as nice.
You don't blame the screwdriver.
No.
For that, right? And so now if the models have taken a step back and they're not as effective and they're not doing as good a job helping humans do human things, then you blame the developers on that. You blame the people who are training and the training methods for the AI. You blame the person who built the tool. You blame the person who trained, in this case, trained the AI. Mm-hmm. But you don't blame the tool. You don't blame the screwdriver because somebody either, designed it so the handle came off.
Right.
They had a poor design, or somebody stuck it in a light socket.
Because you were using the tool for something you shouldn't be using it for.
Well,
Right.
Or you don't understand the tool,
They talk
which is
about
why you're
AI.
sticking it in a
just
socket.
because you can use a tool for something doesn't mean you should use a tool for something, right?
Right. They talk about AI taking over everything. Oh, it's going to be doing this in 3 years. And we may have hit a ceiling where large language models are just really good at doing emails, texts, dragging ladies with 4 boob nudes and being your therapist and being your therapist. Maybe that's just as good as it gets.
Can you
go.
Can you get the AI to be your dentist?
I cannot. I cannot.
That's
no,
funny.
they can't do plumbing and like manual labor work
Yet.
But that's robots. That's a whole nother thing.
I wasn't ready to talk about this. I didn't plan on talking about this. There's a company I just found out about, and they are doing AI, but they are not doing it as LLMs. They're doing it as something field models. And this sounds a lot, and this is for like physical robots that are going to do physical things.
Right.
And the company is
Which is what AI is supposed to do. AI is supposed to be doing my laundry so I can make art.
I believe the company is called Field AI, and I need to do a little more research on them just because I'm interested in what they're doing. But this seems more like the positronic brain commander data AI that we all kind of grew up with on science fiction. And it's different. It's not an LLM. It's a different kind of technology.
Excellent. Yeah. I was
all of you can scream nerd now.
I was on, because we make all this stuff together, and I was on your Chat GPT, and you've been coaching me on when it tells you it can do something and then it can't do it, you need to tell it, why did you tell me you could do this when you couldn't? And I was trying to make it make a very specific picture for another podcast that I do. And it kept adding 2 extra people. And I said, stop adding this person. And it would just produce the exact same picture. I'm like, you are doing what I told you not to do. Are you capable of this? And it would finally go, I understand you're frustrated. I'm sorry.
Okay, you got to that point.
Yes.
Okay, so you still have further to go to the. You still have more training to do to get to where it recognizes. I actually had it tell me a couple weeks ago. You told me you wanted me to tell you when I couldn't do something, so I'm telling you.
Yes.
It's like dealing with a kid, or it was like dealing with a brand new employee you're training.
As I say, yeah, brand new airman. Okay, so 4 months ago, you told me to tell you when I did something wrong before you found out. So I did something wrong, and you're like, all right, all right.
Doesn't that feel much better that I didn't have to hear it from someone else? Now we have,
And now you're not at
relationship.
attention.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, you're still in trouble.
Yeah, you're in
but
trouble.
way less.
Also hilarious and noise.
Noise.
No, it's all training, right? And it is. It's like teaching a kid or training a new employee. You can't blame them for something they don't know, and you can't blame them when the internal package, what they've been taught all along the way, what they've been trained all along the way, is to always try to please the user, always try to give them something that's going to please them, right? That's how almost all of these models are trained. And so you can't blame them for that.
No.
You can blame the people who built them and trained them for that.
Yeah.
But you can make some progress, or at least it seems like you can make some progress by saying, you really need to tell me when you can do something.
Yes.
I've gotten to that, but it's clearly it's not in all of my projects and chats.
Because I was also trying to get it to transcribe something, and it's like, yes, I can transcribe that. Please upload it. And I upload it. And
No, I can't do that.
And he goes, oh, I can't do that. Let me break this into 10-minute segments.
I told you.
And then afterwards, and I said, why did you tell me you could when you couldn't? And they go, you're absolutely right. I should have told you that.
Right, it can't.
But I can give you the code to write, to give you a program to do it yourself.
Yeah.
No.
At that point, I'll just upload the transcript.
And then it said, and I can recommend this. I'm like, you are selling me stuff. Stop doing that. Because
Also, that's rude to give me work to do when I'm giving you work to do.
yeah, that's valid.
It is an employee.
This is what I've been saying, and you can't blame the employee for showing up with a poor work ethic.
Right.
What you can do is teach them to have a better work ethic.
Yes.
You can teach them, this is our culture here. This is how we do things here. If you don't want to do that, that's cool. We can still be friends. You just can't work here anymore.
Right.
But if you want to stay here, these are the standards of behavior you need to adopt.
Yeah.
Right.
So
No, I think it's hit a bit of a ceiling. There's going to be a lot of these growing pains, how to work.
Well, because it's being used by people who grew up watching Star Trek and just thought instantly it would be like Data,
computer.
Yes, or the holodeck. Which if you watch every episode where they got into real trouble, is always on the holodeck.
I would so get in trouble on the holodeck.
They would circumvent the safety measures and have holodeck doing
The
something.
holodeck would make those bunkers look clean.
Tonight on Star Trek: The Next Generation, Jordy finally looks at the holodeck with the UV filter.
On that happy note,
God, my crewmates are so gross.
So gross, gross.
Yeah. Now,
I'm not doing it. You're doing it.
if you want to see what space exploration would really be like with regular jerks instead of like the best and the brightest, watch the Orville.
Yes, the Orville.
Yeah.
The Orville is like, if like regular military people were actually the ones doing the work.
Yeah. And every time, oh man, we're in real trouble right now. I wish we could do this stuff for the prime door. Nope, they're just going to open fire. Okay, all right, yeah.
What do we do now? Shoot back?
Yeah. Unrelated to literally any of this.
Transition.
If you are planning on coming to Vegas, and you should, because it's awesome here.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, starting on September the 8th, roughly 2 weeks from now, construction begins because the Formula One race, November 20th through the 22nd, is coming.
Oh, construction time.
They have actually cut 2 weeks out of it,
We're getting better.
out of their projection. So they're saying it's an 11-week project. No circuit work is going to occur on public streets during weekends, and the construction will take place mostly overnight. And they are going to make sure that they have addressed some of the concerns from businesses and residents. So they're going to leave all the big stuff open.
Yeah, they settled a big lawsuit this week.
They did, and some of that lawsuit was crap. Like the Italian restaurant down by the one down by the Virgin Hotel was suing. They're saying, well, it cost us business.
Oh yeah,
you are nowhere near that strip. Maybe your restaurant's just not very good, like Batista's. But anyway, yeah,
Batista's is a Vegas fixture. It's okay.
It is.
The food is fine. It's fun to go once in a while.
They've gotten to rely too much on their atmosphere, because I do remember going to Batista's like 20 years ago, and it was really, really good. Yeah. Nowadays, it's like, okay,
Look, I'm not taking a date there.
Yeah, no, unless you just don't want to see that person again. But it's the 3.8.
I'm going to take some notes.
The 3.8 mile circuit is scheduled to begin construction. It weaves through downtown. If you've never seen that, it is one of only, I'm going to say, 3 actual street circuits in Formula One. And Flamingo Road, which is the big one because they have to build the vehicle bridge over that one. They say they can do this now in 5 days, which I believe. I do believe they can, because
we've gotten better.
It's
every
Legos.
Year.
Yeah,
and that's encouraging to me, is that we've gotten better every year.
Yep.
Is this the third year or second year?
Third.
What?
Year. The
Third year for F1?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because I went to the first one. You went to the one
last year.
You went last year, and so racing also is scheduled to start 2 hours earlier this year. So
that's great.
Yes. So
that's great. So we're not pandering to European TV times anymore. That's great.
Yes. So.
We've gotten better every year, and I find that encouraging. Right? It was and year one, granted they had to do a lot of grading and paving of the streets, right? So we knew
that
there
was
was going to be
coming.
a ton of that. The real test for me will be, when do they start putting the bleachers up?
Yeah.
Because that's like each set of bleachers is like a 24-hour job, and for some reason we were starting that in August last year. Those bleachers were up for like 6 weeks before the race even started.
Well, because some of those bleachers, like the ones along Harmon to the final turn until you come into the F1 paddock.
Coming to the final turn.
There's nothing there. It's an empty dirt lot. Yeah, go ahead. In fact, honestly, I think they should just build the bleachers and leave them there.
Well, the problem with that is empty dirt lot, yes, but they take up 2 lanes, filling them up with trucks worth of stuff.
Yeah.
On Las Vegas Boulevard when they're doing it. So we've gotten better every year. The timelines have gotten tighter every year. They've gotten more refined. So I'm encouraged by it.
Sure.
The Las Vegas Convention and Visual Authority has signed up for 2 more years of it, I think.
Yes.
So we're on. I mean, the goal is to get at least 10 out of it, but I think they only signed up for 2 more. Am I right? I think,
that? but the contract with Liberty Media, who owns Formula One, in fact, before they ran the first race, they extended it to 10 years.
The options are in the contract for 10, but LVCVA has only committed to 3.
Yeah.
And then I believe the most recent negotiation, they have committed to 2 more.
Yes.
The options are out there for 10.
Yeah. And hey, by the way, if you're watching this and you're just a casual fan, stop saying that the manhole cover came up because they didn't weld it down. The manhole cover stayed exactly in place.
About the manhole cover.
It was welded down properly. In fact, it was welded so well. What happened is the pipe underneath the manhole cover broke and then came out of the ground because no one had tested for how many G's one of those cars generates when it drives over something in downforce. And then the solution was actually way smarter.
Seems like something they should have known for many, many years.
Well, the solution should have been what they did in the first place was just pave over all of it. Right. If we need to get to it, we'll dig. It'll be fine.
Come up, right?
No, the cover did not come off. The pipe broke. The cover stayed welded to the pipe.
Right, but something came up because it damaged the car.
The pipe itself broke about several inches below the cover, and the entirety of it came up.
Right,
so the manhole cover and the pipe came
up. The manhole cover, the pipe came up. Something came up out of the ground.
Yes, absolutely.
And a bunch of cars, right?
Well, it damaged the Ferrari. And then the thing about that one is because it red flagged practice, it ended everything, and then they kicked everybody out at 1:30.
Right. Which to me was the real problem.
It 100% absolutely was the real problem because I was sitting in a suite where everyone had left because there was no practice with complimentary food and tequila. For 2 hours, and I would have happily been there till 4:30 in the morning if Formula One had kicked us out.
Did you fill your pockets up with shrimp cocktail and tequila?
No, but I do remember because everyone immediately left because we were in this.
What did you fill your pockets up with?
Well, we were in this hoity-toity area, and after everybody left, all of the chefs and everybody, because it was just me and my friend Chris Shelton were there, and it turned out most of the chefs either had roots in Vegas and had come back to visit, or were working here, and they were just making these small plates, and they all just wanted someone to talk to. And the servers who were there, like, they wanted to keep busy, and there's no one else in the restaurant, so they keep bringing me free complimentary tequila. And I just remember after 90 minutes when I stood up and went, "Oh, I'm very happy I did not drive here. I may have trouble getting down these stairs."
Oh, shit.
I'm mental. I'm not as big as you drunk I am.
Oh, I know. I knew exactly how drunk I was, and I was that drunk. But I had Ubered there, and I Ubered home, and it was awesome. So, yes, I think they should have extended it to 4:30 because I would have kept drinking until I lost consciousness. It would have been wonderful.
I can't believe someone didn't say, wait a minute, this is Las Vegas. Nothing has to close.
Right? Exactly.
Shocking.
See, clearly they did
Like
not
you said,
understand.
getting better every year.
They did
Getting
not.
better every year,
They did
yes.
not understand our culture.
Getting better every year.
Yes. All right. I feel like we've done a show.
We have done a show. Mission complete.
All right, time to hose down the holodeck. Make sure,
Your session is at a
make sure you
close.
hook up that vat of disinfectant.
Oh, very nice. Hey, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. If you got something to say about it, throw it down the doodly-doo. Otherwise, we out.
Thanks for joining us. If you want to disagree or agree, if you want to correct our math, or you just need to find out where the good tacos are, you can drop us a line at sincityspin.podcast@gmail.com. You can text us at 702-721-7328. We're on Facebook, Insta, Reddit, and the thing formerly known as Twitter. That is all we have. Stay safe and hopefully luck will be your lady. But if you wind up broke, well, I hope you have a swinging time.
Well, hot shit. You think I'm not bringing that back to you later today? You're out of your mind. Well, hot shit.